What up? Coming to you live from the tire shop. Today's the day. We're gonna get some tires on these bad boys. Got some Falcons on there too. What up? Coming to you live from Mendy Imports. We still got this Kei. He's added some rims on it since the last time we seen it. It is still for sale. I think he only wants like $3,500, honestly. Still has a misfire, but he did clean out the plugs and did a couple things to check exactly what it could be. But honestly, I really want this car. I still do. I know I'm going to trade my Cappuccino for that van, so maybe I'll sell the van quicker than expected and then work on this, because to me this is actually like a WayBeforeTheFame car. It's ugly, the roof needs to get wrapped, it doesn't run, but it's not terrible. Has some body imperfections here. You guys know I got the Mighty Boy coming soon, so that one I want to do a lot of things with as well. But this one being turbo, 5-speed, front wheel drive, clapped out, in my opinion it's just a perfect WayBeforeTheFame car. And then that van I'm getting is very nice. It's very nice, it's very clean, it's automatic, it's everything that I wouldn't say WayBeforeTheFame is, but this one is really screaming my name. And speaking of WayBeforeTheFame spec vehicles, check out this Daihatsu Mira walkthrough. So I know it looks a little rough around the edges, but to be honest, if I didn't own my blue one, I think this is another vehicle I'd buy from him. It's this mocha color. The top is a bit darker. I definitely would wrap that black or something. The interior is... it's not bad actually, and it has a window, which I've been dying to get. I'm about to pay like $1,500 to get it. But he did a full service on this guy. All this looks pretty clean. We can swap that out with a Nardi. It's a normal Mira walkthrough, so it's 3-speed automatic. Same for under the hood, carbureted. This one got fully serviced though, which is nice. So new plugs, wires, timing belt, air filter, water pump, battery. This one has the works. But what I love the most about this car is, one, it has like a sliding door here. Let me put the seat up so you can see it. So this closes like that. That way you can have a little bit of privacy back there. And then more importantly, this opens. So no, it's not turbo swapped, it's not blue, it doesn't have a Marigino front end, but I am very jealous of this. I wish mine had something exactly like this, with this counter, without this counter. Seeing it in person, honestly, because I only seen it once when we went to the port. This thing is sick. Like, just remove whatever this wood piece is here. I think for the price he's asking, which I think is only around like $7,000, this could be a very great promo mobile. I won't even touch the paint so much. Honestly, wouldn't do anything. If this was my car and I wasn't WayBeforeTheFame, I'd probably just wrap the roof, because I think this looks cheap. So wrap this all black, or wrap this all the same brown, or whatever color your company's gonna be, maybe even white. Luckily it already has some 4x110 rims. Maybe get those painted whatever the color of the roof is. It already has the wood back here. Figure out a seat situation, take all this out. This doesn't have a window, but like I said, you're getting a Mira walkthrough for around $6,000. That's really unheard of in America, and one that's already fully serviced. It's literally half the price I paid for my car to get one already stateside. And let's see in the comments what you guys think. Would you take this for $6,000 or mine for $12,000? I think most people would say this for $6,000. Yeah, it's not turbo swap like I said, but it's half it's half the price. And I don't have any regrets, don't get me wrong. I'd still take my blue one, just because I have huge plans for my blue one, and I don't think this one could fulfill it. But I do want to start it, see how this sounds. Wow, fire's right up. I think his AC works too, which is nice. Oh, I got one of the cup holders. These are on WayBeforeTheFame.com if anybody wants one. I only have one left. Door card is clean, even has a radio. Freshen up that headliner. Buy one of those on Buy. Oh wow, he actually has a Mira? That's crazy. I don't even have one of those in my car at all. But yeah, let's drive this one actually. Wow, I'm so jealous, man. I'm so jealous. Later today in this video, we're actually gonna drive somewhere and we're gonna get another quote, but wow. Like, just imagine, it's facing the street right now, which I've been saying over and over, like, doesn't make any sense. So I would have to park at my event, like, illegally, which I think will draw more attention than I really want. But wow, I cannot wait to have this on this side. I think I'm going to record a video and show it to the people that I want moving forward, because right now we just have pictures. But even this one doesn't have locks per se. If they want to make their job a little easier, they can just do something like this. Put those on both sides. So now let's drive this around the block. Haven't driven a normal Mira since I got rid of my white one. E-brake works. Love the fact that I could see behind me too. It picks up speed pretty good too. I know that I bashed these for the longest, saying that they're slow, and they are. Like, if me and him drag race, it wouldn't even be close, but it's really just K-car speed. And I think that I'm becoming more and more spoiled to loving only fuel injected. I wouldn't say only turbo, but preferably turbo or supercharged, and the naturally aspirated carbureted models, for the most part, someone who's owned almost 20 K cars, I'm really trying to stay away from them. But like this, I'm gonna go downhill right now, but like this isn't slow. Like, that's not slow. Let's get up on the main road. Drive's good though, handle's good. Transmission smooths good. Does it have speakers? I see a radio. Oh, it has speakers. That's cool. Yeah, no, David's pretty bummed out about this car, just because there are some areas of concern for sure. And I think that he thought it'd be a cleaner car, but like, it happened to Slater, it's happened to me, it's happened to Mendy, it's happened to really anyone who imports a bunch of cars. Like, eventually, you know, you're just gonna get got. And I think David's pretty sad about this one. But I think, like I said, I don't see this selling for less than $6,000 or someone trading. Like, I think a lot of people want Mira walkthrough, so if they have an Acti or a mini cab or a K van and they've always wanted a Mira walkthrough, I can see, like, if I always wanted one, I'd definitely trade my K truck or my K car for something like this. Because like, this is really bad. But again, if you don't have intentions of keeping this forever, you just want it to be a quick promo mobile, treat it like a work truck, it's serviced and it runs and it drives, and it's ugly, but that's the whole beauty of turning it your own. Sounds good too. Damn. Thing just revved out completely. Looking at this one, there's a lot of stuff missing on my dash. I think I'm gonna drive to David's house maybe this week again, actually. Maybe we'll drive back over here, and I think me and him are gonna attempt to put the dash in ourselves. Since David allegedly knows how to build campers and stuff, I think him putting in a dash should be relatively easy. But yeah, cool car. I like it. I like me all Daihatsu Mira walkthroughs. It's kind of cool to be able to drive one after just driving mine yesterday. And it's very cool to see that window live in action. Just imagine it here, guys. I park up, go to an event, pop this open. Hey, come get your glizzies, come get your hot chocolate, come get your pins, your t-shirts, your shorts, your hoodies. Update, so we're back in Queens. I'm about to head to Crown Speed Auto. I want to see if they give me a quote on cutting that window. And I realized something new on the Mira. When I accelerate hard, it sounds like this. I'm not sure if it's my blow-off valve leaking similar to the Blitz or something with my belts, but let me punch right now so you guys can hear it. You hear that? Yeah, I have another blow-off valve that I actually got from Mendy Import, so I'm going to test that out once I'm done doing all this, but I definitely don't like that sound coming out of my $12,000 freshly imported Daihatsu Mira walkthrough.
It's going to burn the paint on each side. two, once that's done, this piece itself has to be reframed inside. Once it's reframed inside, if I'm tack welding it and everything, it might, burn through, so then you're gonna have black ones. And this whole area has to be repainted.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the color code or no?
No, I got it like a couple of days ago when I imported it from Japan.
Okay, so it was this color too?
No, I definitely did not come factory this color. No. It was most likely white or green, honestly, because when I open the gas cap, it's green.
Yeah. So like the only thing is like for my guys to, if he needs the paint done too.
Yeah.
My guy can do it. It's just that they're gonna use a camera.
Yeah.
The camera's gonna tell them the closest pigment to paint this.
Yeah.
It might be off. Mm-hmm. But the camera is only going to take a certain shape.
Yeah.
So that I could, all this stuff I could try to figure out.
Yeah.
And the only thing is I'm just trying to make sure that the attachment seam to the outside looks good. When it's
like flush.
Yeah. Even if I have to work with, I don't know, like maybe an inch of metal on the outside that gets tack welded to the outside, so when it sits down it sits on the outside.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? And then on the inside there will be locks. There'll be locks here, or one here and one here and one here.
Yeah.
But when you face up, so pretty much if this was the board itself, there would be an extra piece of metal on top where it sits on
the outside of the car.
outside. So you'll see a border. You
Ah.
get what I'm saying? So that will make it look kind of better.
Yeah.
Because if you're just cutting a piece of metal, you're just gonna have you're gonna see a gap. You're gonna lose metal.
Yeah.
When you cut with a whiz wheel, you're gonna lose barely an eighth of an inch, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna see that. So what happens is we put that piece of metal, we tack weld the piece of metal on the outside, right? That one reinforces this piece, the frame inside, and on top of that, when we flip it up, the inside, the body itself, we could put, we use them for window molding when we cut like the Sprinter vans and the transit vans. It's like a dark black molding that we slip in and we heat up, and then so at least you don't cut your hand. I mean, we'll clean it up.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
So I know what you mean. So it's not. Can someone help me understand why adding gas in this car? I don't really know how to explain it, but do you see how it just fills up very quickly, but my tank is still empty? What's the issue with that? Is there something like clogged in my gas pipe? And I could only put like 60 cents at a time. I've been at this pump for like 5 minutes. Like, look, it stops every single time. I have to wait for it to go down, and then I have to put this much gas. Until it stops me again. Then we wait for it to go down. Then it stops me again. Someone please. I think this actually might be the thing I hate the most. It's only my second time getting gas. I thought maybe it was a one-time wonder type of thing, but there's no way I'm gonna do this for basically half the time, 14 times over and over and over. Just stand here, wait for it to go down, hold it, fills up, and then also spills so much gas. Look at all that gas I spilled. I'm over here just wasting money on my paint. Also, this is green, which is something else that's very interesting about this car. Before we end this video, before I say who won the Pro Box, what he basically told me was a lot. He told me more than the first guy. I don't know if that's good or bad, but what he was saying is I'm definitely gonna have to paint, which the first guy didn't mention paint at all. I don't know if that's good or bad, but he said that, I feel like you guys heard it, but the Sawzall or whatever they use to cut this most likely is going to get too hot, and then the paint is going to crack on both sides. Because of that, he was asking me if I knew the paint code, which I obviously don't. So he was suggesting that maybe I just paint this whole thing white. In my opinion, I think that would look really ugly, so I don't want to go that route. But he told me around the same price, $1,500. So I think what I'm going to do is go back to the first guy, bring up those concerns to him and be like, hey, am I going to have to repaint this? Because maybe he just forgot to mention it. Maybe the other guy, because they actually build food trucks, that won't be the case. I'm not 100% sure. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments, but you know, I'm happy that we're kind of around the 1,500 range. I immensely want to pay 1,000. I think that if they say 1,500, maybe we get it down to 1250, and I'm like, whatever, you know. I get a full window. He did say he could get it done in less than 2 weeks, so that's always another big pro. The first guy told me essentially October, like the first week of October, this will be done. I am getting the van soon, so I wouldn't say I don't need the window because I'll have something else to work on. I mean, I can still work on this car just without having the window, but I don't know, having it in 2 weeks is pretty sick. Let's head home though. Let's see who won the Pro Box. And let's try off that blow off valve I have because I also don't like that squeaking sound. Alright, so we just made it back home. This is my blow off valve and this is a takeoff. I'm not sure if I have the foo-foo version of it. Maybe this is the way a real takeoff looks, like with these lines and the adjustment here. Maybe this pops off, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, it doesn't have screws there. So we're just gonna drive on it now. Let's see if it still makes a sound. Let's see if it went away. Can't believe this is like my 4th blow-off valve. Blitz was childish, HKS was too quiet, and then that one maybe is also leaking. And I wish I can get this off. If anybody could comment below, maybe I'll figure it out by the time you guys watch this. But how do you get this bottom piece off? I want to get this adapter off. I mean, I haven't tried just strong arming it, but it doesn't look like that's how you get it off. First startup with the new blow-off valve. Maybe I got to buy this one from Mendy Imports. Another pro in this car too, compared to the normal Miras, is that this one has an OBD2. Unlike the carbureted model. Well, let's just give it a rev right away. Alright, so as of right now, the sound kind of went away. See if blow valve number 3 is also an L. Give it a rev. Nah, it's still there. Ooh, that's loud though. That's loud. I like that. No, let's give it another rev. That was the best. That's my favorite one so far. Oh yeah, I think I gotta buy some David. I gotta figure out that squealing sound though. That's so loud. I really hope the camera picks it up. Like, this is me gunning in. What is that? Okay, so it's the next day and I just checked both the belts, and I think my accessory belt may be loose. I'm gonna check that probably in the next video. I'm also gonna grab a boost gauge. That way I can see if I have a boost leak. I'm end this video here. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll be driving to Mendy Imports. We're going to attempt to put the dash in. I'm gonna put brighter headlights, fog lights, cluster lights, daytime lights, and really start pimping this out some more. I know the interior still looks very crazy, but hopefully later today I'm actually gonna drive to my cousin's house. We're gonna see if I can find the boost leak, or if it's just one of my belts that are too tight or too loose. And then hopefully this weekend I have a dash and I can start putting in the radio and doing all that fun stuff. But now let me tell you guys exactly who won the Pro Box. Shout out to Roberto. You commented 2355. I wrote down 2345. So you are the new proud winner of the Pro Box. And to all my Patreon homies out there, I'm actually going to do another giveaway, not on this Pro Box, but I have a lot of JDM things left over. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I'm pretty confident that me and David could get this dash in there. After that, we'll swap over the radio, put the turbo cluster in there, paint the calipers yellow, add the teddies on there, subscribe to the channel, road to 40K, road to 100K. Peace.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.